Hey everyone, I'm going to show you a 4-combo move for sport jiu-jitsu today. I'm going to start with just breaking down each one separately. Then we're going to put it all into the combo. There's really only 3 strikes in this and 2 steps. The 3 strikes are jab, across, and a roundhouse kick with the back leg. And the 2 moves are sliding step back and sliding step forward. Right? So let's first of all, let's work on our fighting stance. That fighting stance, you want to get your elbows in a little tighter, okay? And you can see what I'm doing is I'm cutting down the angle that my opponent has. Now, I'm a pretty wide guy. If I stand like this, there's lots of targets. Even if I'm here, my opponent has lots of targets. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a step back with my back leg. So now I've limited my targets. And as you can see, my elbows are in, my fists are a little turned, right? So it's not here. It's just a little turned out, almost like a 35 or 45 degree angle, okay? Now, the first move I'm going to do is a jab. Watch how I'm throwing this jab here. Boom. And it comes back. See what happens with my shoulder? If you take another look here, right? See how my chin is protected, right? And what else I'm doing with my jab is I'm giving it a lean. I'm putting more weight on my front foot. Now, I've lifted off some of the pressure off my back foot when I throw that jab. Boom. Now I would say that 65% of my weight is on my front leg compared to where it was on my back leg. Okay? So, all right, I throw the jab, boom. And as when you're throwing your punch, you're actually planted. And when you're moving, you're always on your toes. Okay? So again, my right hand doesn't move. I throw my jab, right? My chin's protected by my shoulder, and my other hand's ready to go. All right? That's your jab, your basic jab. The next thing we're going to work on is our roundhouse kick. And the first thing you have to do when you throw a kick, if anything, is chamber that kick. That's where you're going to get that power from. Now, for the roundhouse, what I'm doing is I'm bringing my leg up. And you can see my knee is still pointing up. When I throw the kick, I'm actually going to have my knee pointed down, right? And that, I'm using gravity's helping me throw that kick. So it comes up and down, trajectory like that. Okay, so it comes up, boom, and down. Now, I'm not very flexible, so I don't kick people to the head very often. This is directed right at their leg. That's where this kick is aimed. Their knee or the lateral femoral nerve. Again, knee comes up, bring it down, we're going to put it back, okay? The last strike for this combo is a cross or a reverse punch. Watch as I throw it here, right? So here, again, as I'm my front foot's planted, my back foot's on my toe, and most of the weight is on my front leg, right? You can take another look for a different angle, right? The power is coming from my hips. And if you watch my belt when I throw it, the belt will twist, right? You can't get the power that you need for a strike just from your arms. No good. But when I draw my hip into it, I've added a lot of power. Boom. So one more time, I'm throwing my reverse punch or cross. Boom. Comes out, resets. Okay? The last thing we're going to do before we put it all together is the movement. All right. While I'm moving, I'm on my toes. All right. That gives me an easier time to move. So to slide forward, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that first step with my front leg, and my back leg follows. Okay. And if I want to go backwards, I'm going to take a step with my back leg, and my front leg follows. Right. Again, so front leg moves first for front, back, back. And what you can't see here right now is that I'm on my toes. I'm not flat-footed. I'm not on my heels, all right? Because I'm going to lose some balance when I do that. Again, sliding forward, sliding back. Okay, sliding forward, sliding back. The last thing we have to do today is put it all together. So again, we're going to take our fighting stance, our ready stance, And what we're going to do, instead of going straight back with our sliding step backwards, we're going to take it in a little angle. So we're going to go back and to my right. Boom. So one more time, I'm taking an angle back and to the right. And as I'm doing that sliding step, I'm going to throw my jab out. 1. 1. Right? This is setting me up. So this is a defensive jab. I've put most of my weight on my back leg this time, right? Because I'm sliding back, I'm being defensive. What I'm going to do here is I'm almost loaded already to throw my roundhouse, okay? Now you have to picture this in your mind that you've now taken an angle on your opponent and their leg is easily accessible now, right? So from here, I'm going to shift my weight to my front leg, comes up, boom, leg kick. Again, the 2 moves, 1, 2, back. 1, 2, back. Again, 1, 2, back. Now we're going to add the next part to our move. So what's happened here now is hopefully with that roundhouse kick, I've done some damage to my opponent's leg or wobbled him a bit. So when I go to move or attack, he's going to be less likely to defend, right? So again, I slide back to the right with my jab. I throw my roundhouse, boom, bring it back, plant. Now I'm on an angle still. I'm going to attack him again, jab, followed up with a cross. And what I've done here by taking that angle is now I've eliminated most of his threats. Because I'm not in front of him. If I'm in front of him, his threats are there. When I'm to the side, or on that angle, those threats are no longer there. All right? Again, slide back with the jab. Roundhouse. Put it back down, jab, cross, reset. So, I'm going to show you a little variation of what you can do too. So, again, sliding step back into the angle with the jab. Throw that roundhouse, boom. Coming in, and we're going to go jab. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my hand in there, and I'm going to bring his hands down and drive that cross over top. So now I've switched my cross more to an overhand right, and I'm going to try to come down over top of him. So with my jab, I push his hands down, then the cross. Reset. One more time. Sliding back to the right with the jab. Roundhouse. Reset. Jab. Push down. Cross. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for joining. And I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Again, it was 3 strikes, 2 movements. Very easy combo and will help nullify your opponent's attacks.